Hello and welcome to Breaking Bread with Rivaaj Maharaj, where nothing is off the table. For today's episode, I want to talk about some breaking news that is coming out of Iran. And I've got a post here on X. Former Iranian Foreign Minister Kamal Kharazi seriously wounded following strikes on his home. He was overseeing potential negotiation meetings with Vice President Vance through Pakistan. I've got another post here from someone by the name of Mahmoud who says that reports say former Iranian Foreign Minister Kamal Kharazi was seriously wounded at his home in Tehran and his wife was killed in the same strike. Iranian media claim he was critically injured and is in a reported US-Israeli strike on his residence. Multiple outlets, including the New York Times, note Iranian officials said Kharazi had been working with Pakistan intermediaries on a possible meeting between Iranian officials and the US President J.D. Vance when he was hit. His condition is described as critical and motivations behind the strike, including whether it was meant to disrupt backchannel diplomacy, are being discussed in reporting. So, the fact that this gentleman has now been targeted again goes to show the level of intelligence and infiltration that Mossad has within the IRGC, the Iranian regime, the theocracy, the Basij. And, again, I firmly believe that the negotiations that Pakistan claimed to have been holding were more for optics. I think Pakistan is blowing a lot more of its own trumpet than it is actually achieving diplomatically. I don't think that it's going to lead anywhere. If anything, this seems to have put an end to those negotiations. If this is indeed true and this man is seriously injured and his wife has been killed in these attacks, then we all know where this is going to head. And furthermore, now the United Kingdom is calling for a 35 country meet in order to sort out or to try and stabilize the issues within the Strait of Hormuz. So, if the Pakistani negotiations are on point and going according to plan, what is the need for the United Kingdom to then host a 35 country meeting to try and stabilize the region in terms of the Strait of Hormuz and the transit of energy ships through the strait? It just doesn't make sense. And then the Pakistanis having to go to China to try and solidify the deal. They're basically an intermediary. It's the same thing as when they were conducting negotiation channels between the Chinese and the Americans under Nixon. It's the same setup here. So we're going to keep a close eye on this. It signals the fact that the Americans are not serious about negotiations. However, if they are serious about negotiations, they are not easing up on their bombing campaign. And I suspect that this is going to continue for a while. I don't think that negotiations is a point. I think what the Americans are going to try to do here is to take out as many of the hardliners as they can that are worth any salt in terms of having some impact on the regime. And then, short of anybody else coming in, you're going to have some moderate who's going to be able to wedge a gap and get into position. Because the current reports coming out that Pezeshkian has tried to tender his resignation. He's also fed up. He's been Vahidi had basically blocked him from wanting to be directly involved with negotiations with the US. It shows you that as long as there's still hardliners in the play, the Iranian regime is not willing to capitulate. So we're going to keep a close eye on this, and we'll let you know about any more or any further escalation. I want to thank you for spending time with us, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, as it helps us with the algorithm and it helps our channel to grow.